And then, oh my god, look at these. These are just beautiful. Hi there, Mark here again. Got off on the camera.
Hello.
Today we're going to be unboxing my latest Tamiya, which is the Wild One Off-Roader. You probably know I've been wanting one of these for ages. It's a total classic Tamiya. It's a classic buggy, and I think I really needed one in my collection. So yeah, looking forward to this one. This was released originally back in, what was it, Alf?
85.
1985, well remembered. And then this re came out a few years back in
2012.
Oh,
yeah.
Glad you're here, Alf, in 2012, nice one. So yeah, I think it's pretty close to the original. It's about roughly 1.5 times more the price of one of the standard two-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive Tamiya buggies. But I think it's worth it because you've got the aluminium parts, the shocks, the beautiful aluminium shocks there, and there's lots of other metal pieces. So we'll get the lid off and we'll see exactly what there is inside. Okay, here we go. Here's my help sheet for the Time Tunnel models. Thank you, Neil. And there we look inside straight away. This is much more of the classic old-fashioned Tamiya packaging. The modern ones now just come in basically a box.
Yeah, it looks quite nice.
Everything's in one go.
Nicely presented.
That's right. It's got the separator in the middle, which they always have, and you've got the logos there. And importantly, it's got a separate box of bits rather than just a plastic bag. So let's have a look what we got. We'll get this stuff out, and as usual with my unboxings, what I'll do is we'll get all the stuff out of this plastic bag so you can have a proper look at what you get for your money, what you get in the kit. So what we'll do, there's the body, there's the driver, we've got the chassis tub, some plastic trees, got the nice tyres, rear wheels. This is one thing I will warn you, you do not get bearings with this kit. I wouldn't build any Tamiya without a set of metal bearings, so I ordered those with it. I think they're only about six quid.
Yeah, it just stops you having to take it apart every few months to replace them, doesn't it?
Exactly, what's the point putting it together and then we're having to take it apart again. So front wheels, we've got more, looks like the gearbox. Not really many plastic parts, is it, Alf, compared to the other ones we've unboxed recently. We'll have a look in that box in a minute, see what we got. Got the fantastic Tamiya manual as usual. Some useless safety instructions. And then we've got the decals. Because it's such a small body on this, it's basically
a tiny shell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the nose really that's covered, these side bits, and the little lid on the top. So that's all your sticker pack. And as I said, by the magic of camera, we'll get all of this out of the plastic bags. Okay, then, you ready, Alf? Mm-hmm. Let's go over to the left here, just very quickly show you. These are the Lexan parts, so it's got to be cut out and the driver painted. Stick his head on there, and this is the body, and I think, and this is the kind of lid for the top that goes over the frame. So not very much plastic to spray there.
No, very different to all the other buggies you've got.
It is, yeah, isn't it? And here's the tub. It's quite flexible at the moment. That stiffens up a bit with some of the parts on, but it's the basic stuff. Your standard battery fits in there, and you've got one-piece wheels on this. There's the rears and the fronts, and you've got these ribbed fronts. Not much tread on there, is there, Alf?
No, I don't know how much they'll grip.
But they are very soft, and same with the backs. It's very grippy plastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, those look really nice and.
What word you meant to put there? Zay?
I was going to say grippy, but I've already said.
Yeah,
grippy.
you said it about 4 times.
Yeah, they do look grippy. Anyway, right, so we've got the front crash bar, bumper, which I'm going to need because I'm going to probably crash it all over the place. If we go over this way, we've got servo saver there. These look like the valves for inside the shock absorbers. I think these are the wheel adapters for giving the drive to the rear wheels, I think, could be wrong. You get a standard Marbucci motor. I think I've got a spare torque tune that I might throw in this though. Mind you, it's got long power leads, so I might need to put those on it if I'm going to swap the motor. That must be for a reason. These are the gears for the diff. Right, so we've got the red plastic parts. Oh no, maybe these are the wheel drives. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, we've got some brackets. I think that goes inside behind the driver. Again, that's a motor cover, I think. These are probably for holding the servo. But yeah, we'll see when we get the instructions out. We've got the actual two frame rails here.
Yeah, this looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, we just noticed, didn't we, off when we quickly looked, it's got metal pieces that are kind of formed inside the plastic, which is what I've never seen before on a Tamiya. But yeah, that's the classic rail buggy look that I like, so that's pretty nice. Like I said, the black parts here, we've got the gearbox assembly, and these look like the suspension arms. So the suspension on this is trailing arm. So basically, you get a wheel, the arm moves up and down like that to give the movement. But it is a really old design. I think it is kind of Volkswagen Beetle type stuff. That kind of suspension, the trailing arm. But at least it keeps the wheels parallel as they move up and down, rather than moving from side to side like that on some of the older designs. So I have driven one of these because my friend Rob Brennan's got one, and I must say, for an old buggy, it really does drive well. It handles nicely, so looking forward to this.
Something different, isn't it?
It certainly is, mate. I say that those are the black plastic parts. These look like the front suspension trailing arms. I think this must be for the steering. So look at those, and the last plastic tree we've got the driver's head, which is, I think this is pretty unique for the Wild One, this driver. I don't think I've seen that in anything else. We've got lots of spacers here. I think this must be 2-part spotlights, I think, and some more parts for the cage there. So
it's cool with coloured plastic in it. You don't get that in too many kits, do you?
Normally, it's normally all black, but sometimes you get a couple of colours off. But right, so the last thing we need to do is have a look in these bags. I've left it till now because I don't want to lose the parts. So I'm going to open them up. I'll show you what's in them, and then I'm going to put them in these pots. So in parts bag A, first off here we've got some metal brackets and some more ball joints. So I think they might be the shock bottoms, not sure. I'm going to put this all in a pot so I don't get it mixed up. We've got these beautiful shock bodies. Now these are really nice, lightweight aluminium, and they have got really nicely made threads on these. So yeah, they're beautiful. And we've got, these must be the front ones because these are the lightest shock springs I've ever seen. They're like somewhere out of a ballpoint pen, but they'll go over there. Those are gorgeous. Looking forward to putting those on. We've got these lovely satin brackets that are, oh, we've got left on that one, should be right on this one. Those are for holding the top of the shocks on. Very nice. Got a aluminium bar here. I think that goes across the rails on the chassis. We've got this red damper oil. I think it looks like it's red anyway, which I think is the lightest damper oil you can get. So obviously that'll be for the front shocks. Got another FRP plate. Not sure where that goes. We've got a really heavy steel bar. I think this is for the front suspension off. I think this is where the front trailing arms will go. Mount on those. I think they're the threads on the end. It's pretty substantial, that is. We've got, these look like the shafts for the shock absorbers. We'll have to put the valves on those. And some more metal pieces, some brass bushes, various screws, some metal bars in there, metal pins, a tiny little ball joint. You see that off? Just about. That is tiny. So yeah. Then we've got, these look like the cups for the bottom of the shocks. More of those brass bushes in there. Very nice. And then finally you've got your wrench. We've got some ceramic grease, which would think is for the pinion. And then we've got the steering uprights there. You see that off?
Yeah.
For the front wheels. Onto parts bag B. So again, we've got shock parts in this, and this looks like stuff for the rear of the car. So we've got the different damper oil now. This is a bit heavier for the rear shocks, obviously, because there's more weight on the back. And we've got the gears here for the planetary gears for the differential. We've got another plastic bag here with these look like these must be the shock bottoms again. Those ball cups, ball joints. Interestingly, we've got the rubber gaiters which cover over the rear drive shaft. So I think this is a really good idea.
That looks odd.
Yeah, well, they had this on the Monster Beetle when I first got the Monster Beetle, and again, just keeps up. It seals these up. Look, they go inside there, and then your dog bones go inside, and it just keeps all the crap out of these joints.
Does it look weird though when it's on the car?
Well, it looks all right. A lot of real cars have these over exposed joints like that. So I like
seen that before. That's
cool. We've got another aluminium bar. Again, I think it's for the chassis. We'll find out. We've got these must be the output drives from the differential, from the gearbox. This one, for some reason, it's got a bushing on that one. And you've got the metal drive shafts themselves, the axles for the wheels, the cups, and you've got your dog bones to go with those, all in metal, of course. Interestingly, we get 2 pinions on this. I can't see the size on there with my glasses on, but so that's nice. You get an option for different gear ratios. It probably tells us in the manual what those are. And then, oh my god, look at these. These are just beautiful. I know the front ones are nice, but they've got this taper on the rear ones. Again, beautifully machined and much stronger but shorter springs, strangely.
It's an odd setup, isn't it?
It goes on like so, but they are really nice. Look at the way those are machined, that's gorgeous. So, again, look forward to building those up. We've got some metal bushings that I won't be using because I've got the bearings. These are steel brackets, so nice and strong. Again, not sure what these are for, but more metal. You can see there was less plastic in this kit, wasn't there, Alf? But you can see the more of it's made up of metal parts in this. Again, we've got the aluminium shock bottoms, more pins. We've got the shafts for the rear shock absorbers in there. Various other nuts and bolts and screws. Again, we've got some, I don't know what those are, those aluminium. Looks like a spacer or a bushing, but it's got a lip in the middle. That'd be interesting to see what that's for. Probably the shocks. And again, some longer screws in this one, some useless plastic bushings. So parts bag C, there's not really much in this one. We've got some double-sided tape. We've got various washers and screws. And we've got some nuts in there and more screws. We've got the dreaded bushings that I won't be using in there.
Got thousands of them by now.
I've got tons of those, yeah. These look like the ball ends. They are tiny. They must be for the steering, but they are very, very small. And this must be something to do with the steering, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, small bracket there. And then we've got this FRP, reinforced plastic. I think this is the battery holder. And then we've got this aluminium bracket. I think it looks like that must go on there, Alf. So, yeah,
lines up.
Nice bit of kit there. And then we've got some various zip ties and a few other little brackets in there, little metal brackets, and some body pins. So that's we've looked at all the parts there. That was quite interesting. Enjoyed that. And quick look into the manual here. Starts off building up from the front suspension and the shocks pretty early on. Normally that comes later in a Tamiya build. Yep, more shocks going in. And then we've got these parts that fit onto the side of the body. There's the building the actual cage itself. And you've got your diff. We've got those rubber gaiters that are going over the drive train. Again, shows you how to put all that on. And your rear trailing arms going on the back. So yeah, choices of pinion, all shock building. and fitting all your electrics in. So, and then we've got details of how to cut out and how to paint the body. I might paint my driver a little bit different to what it says, because like I say, my friend's got one, so the only way you'd be able to tell the difference is the colour of his helmet. So, but I'll see what I feel like when I'm doing it, and then finally putting the wheels on and all the stickers. Well guys, I've got to tell you, I'm really buzzing about this one. I can't wait to get started, so I'm going to probably get started now as soon as I stop filming. Thanks for joining me, and thanks Alf for filming it again. Hopefully, see you on the first build.
See ya.
See you later. Bye.